Hello everyone. In today's session, we are going to discuss Pert method. In the previous session, we have discussed CPM method. What is meant by Pert? Pert is nothing but program evaluation and review technique. So basically, Pert is a network analysis technique used to estimate project duration where there is a high degree of uncertainty. Okay. And this uncertainty is about individual activity duration estimates. And one more thing, in PERT is that it makes use of probabilistic time estimate. Okay, so this is the duration estimates based on optimistic, most likely time, pessimistic times of activities, and total expected time. So these are the terminologies which will help us to make use of probabilistic time estimate. So what is meant by optimistic time? It is nothing but the shortest time in which the activity can be completed. Most likely time is the probable time required to perform the activity. And pessimistic time is the longest estimated time required to perform an activity. So the expected time is to be calculated with the help of this formula. Optimistic time plus 4 into most likely time plus pessimistic time divided by 6. So there are different steps in PERT evaluation. Very first step is to identify the specific activities in the schedule, then determine the proper sequence of activities. After that, construct the network diagram and estimate the time required for each activity. Right? Then critical path determination, and after that, if required, we need to modify the PERT chart. Okay. So for example, we'll consider here this is the schedule to set up the production. Number of activities are here. These are identified as A, B, C, likewise. Then description of each activity is mentioned here. Initial designing steps, survey, market, build prototype, test prototype, redesigning if required, then market testing, then precedence or dependency of one activity on another activity is mentioned over here. Okay, A is the starting activity, that's why it is not dependent on any other activity. Then optimistic time, okay, most likely time, and pessimistic times are mentioned in the table. According to that, by using the same formula, we need to calculate the total expected time for that activity. Okay. In this way, this calculation that we have to do over here. Okay. First, we have to add these 3 times, respective times, divided by 6. Then we will get these results. Now we need to draw a network diagram according to this schedule. Okay. So here we have used network diagram for finding the longest path as critical path. Right? Now activities are mentioned on the arrow or arc. Okay. Sometimes activity can be mentioned on node. So see here, right now we are having total expected time for each activity. Now we are going to elaborate it, express it with the help of network diagram. A activity takes 17 units. Okay. complete that activity. Then B takes 10 units, C takes 11, D 3, E 5, F 8 and G 20. So the total expected times are represented on arc in the network diagram. Now next step is to calculate the critical path. So here in this same diagram, by taking the reference of same diagram, we have calculated all possible ways, shortest distance or longest path according to this network diagram. So we got here two path A, B, E, F and G, and one more that we have A, C, D, E, F and G. From start node to end node, there are number of possible ways to reach up to the end node are 2, and according to these all possible ways, we have to find out longest critical path. We will take 64 units. Okay, this is nothing but the critical path. Now we have identified some advantages of program evaluation technique. So the expected project is nothing but completion time. Okay, we have considered here expected time to complete that particular activity. Then probability of completion before a specified date. Within time, each and every activity should be identified and complete. Then the total critical path activities that directly provide impact on the completion time. Okay, by taking the reference of each completion time, we can formulate the critical path. Then activities that have slack time that can leave resources to critical path activities to reach up to the end node. Each and every activity are having start and end dates. As like other techniques, this method is also having some disadvantages or kind of limitations, you can say here. So it requires too much work. Okay? We need to calculate every time. We need to calculate formula for each and every activity. The network chart tend to be large and unwieldy. Okay? If number of activities is added, then this chart will also or network diagram automatically increases. Then calculating the time estimates is very complex for all type of activities. Okay? Then updating of the project is the time consuming and requires high cost. So the main focus is laid only on time factors and cost factors are neglected. Okay? Even is having so much cost that part is totally ignored in this schedule. So this is all about Pert method. So the difference between CPM and Pert method is identified with some of the points. Okay. CPM basically works with fixed deterministic time and Pert works with probabilistic time. Then CPM is useful for repetitive and non-complex projects with a certain degree of time estimates, whereas Pert is useful for non-repetitive and complex projects with uncertain time estimates. Here uncertainty is there. Because here this analysis technique is used to estimate the project when there is a high degree of uncertainty about individual activity duration estimates. Now next, CPM includes time cost trade-off, whereas Pert is restricted to time variable only. In CPM for construction projects generally used, and Pert is used for research and development programs. For making, I have referred the online contents, project management, CPM and Pert techniques. This online resource I have used refer to prepare these slides as well as video.